welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I'm Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, this is my review recap. Love at the Lockup. Rome's not where the heart is, child. Season 5, episode 5. Baby. Okay, I need y'all to make it make sense for me. Why are we still here with the foolishness and the foolery of Renika and Ashanti? Why are we dragging this out? Why have we not ended it, closed the chapter? Okay, let it go, let it flow. We got her damn family laughing at her. We got the damn friends laughing at her. We got her daughters laughing at her. The whole world is laughing at you, okay? Including me, girl. I'm laughing at you, too. This is a hot-ass mess where we are wasting your time. We wasting the detective time, but he don't mind because he getting a little exposure, a little, flash on the damn TV. Girl, please take your behind home to your kids, okay? When I tell y'all that this is irking my whole nerve. Melissa's still stuck in high school, as we know, child, and it only gets worse. She getting damn jealous over freaking dance instructor. His mama's still doing too damn much. She over here inspecting their freaking outfits and watching every freaking step they take, every move they make, okay? She will be watching them. She gonna be on them like white on rice, all right? In the meantime, for some reason, Andy got hopes of things heating up when Brittany comes home. Heating up where, Andy? Ain't the damn thing heating up. Can you not see that this lady don't want to be bothered with you? Key Rock just want to argue. I'm convinced you cannot convince me otherwise. Every damn thing Brittany bring up is a freaking problem for him. He's starting to become really annoying and a problem for me. I want him off my damn TV right now because I'm starting to get annoyed. The only ones that seem like they may have a halfway decent chance, okay, from what we seeing so far, is maybe Chelsea, child. Okay, we got to still keep our eyes out to see what's going to be going down. But baby, all the rest of it is a mess. Let's go ahead and get into it. Take it from the top. You know how we do. So, of course, let's just get Andy and Dan Brittany out the way, y'all. All right. Why are we here? Why are we still here? We are literally still at the hotel. Come to find out, Brittany never went nowhere, whatever, he talking about how she had him worried. She thought she left and she was like, she just was saying goodbye. And, she just needed to know the space that Gracie was in since the last time they talked and it wasn't good. And, she was preparing herself or whatever the case may be. And, it was upsetting to just leave her upset, and she wasn't in a good headspace. This is scary or whatever, right? However, she knows that this is the type of things that trigger her, that could have her go back and, possibly use drugs, which is not something that she wants to do, or either be locked up or whatever, right? And so, he at this point is saying, are you calmed down? Have you calmed down? Are you feeling better? Is she feeling better? Are y'all in a better place? And, of course, she just still saying how she feels really overwhelmed, okay? And so he basically like, okay, I got you or whatever. And she was like, I just don't really know how to talk to you. We used to talk just fine, but ever since I got out, I don't get you. I was hoping that you would be more supportive, especially with what I'm going through with Grace, okay? I was hoping that we would see eye to eye and it would be a better way to handle things. And I just feel like it was very childish and that you wanted me to leave her behind. And she's like, no, I didn't want you to leave her behind. That's not what I was saying at all. But of course, we know that at the end of the day, Andy and Brittany obviously have had these conversations before. Yes, parts of him that's being selfish. I can definitely agree with that. I gave y'all the whole breakdown on my feelings of that the last time around, and I feel like I spent way too much time on them. But at the end of the day, it is also conversations that she had with him, with things that she told him that he is going by. And now that you're out here, you're basically just trying to use different damn excuses because you don't want to be with this man. So while we continuing to waste all this time, waste all these conversations when we know you don't want him, girl, I just don't understand. But we just saying there's a reset, saying that we done charged up and we gonna get moving now. So he go ahead and call his son on the phone and say, we could use your help getting the stuff together. She never left. She's here, and we're gonna go ahead and head back to Rome. And we got her saying, well, I really don't want to go back to Rome, right? However, Karma, I feel like I have to, like I have no other choice. I can't be around certain people, and I also don't need to be by myself. And I'm like, so there's nobody else that you can go to, Brittany. You really about to sit here and go somewhere that you don't want to be with someone that you don't want to be with. She's saying that he doesn't get the perspective of your things and how you feeling. And, in this time, he obviously has not really got to know you, and that he was very ignorant to think that you would leave your kids. You still keep trying to go back to that, when in all actuality, it's not about you leaving your damn kids, girl. You never had no intentions on staying with them. You knew when you was freaking leaving out of the prison that you were supposed to be going back to Rome with him. So am I about to sit here and feel bad for you? I'm sorry, but I'm not, okay? And you claiming that this is your only other option that could possibly keep you out of jail or rehab. So now when we get in the car, you looking like, a little pouty child that don't get their way, like you about to ignore them the whole damn ride and play on your freaking phone or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, girl, bye. Like I said, you just not getting no sympathy from me when it comes to that part. If anything, I will give your damn daughter sympathy before I will give it to you, child, because you playing games with me right now with my damn, freaking, intelligence, and you playing games with Andy. Then when you get here to the house, you looking all around as if his house is supposed to be so disgusting, okay? And he over here, of course, typical Andy, thinking about this being just the sweet homecoming for you, and y'all gonna be all together, which I said I don't understand how he thought that. And now she's saying that she want to go ahead and sleep in the guest room or whatever, right? And just take a shower and, be able to relax herself or whatever, right? And, she's saying, I feel like I don't even know you. Well, technically you don't. You know the person that you was being a pen pal with all this time while you was away in damn jail, girl. But, I guess go on, okay? And he's just looking like he's clueless, which I don't understand how he's clueless. And I'll just say, his poor son, I know he can't wait to get on the phone and call up damn everybody and let them know, like, Dad is still being here being a freaking fool. Okay, I can't believe it if I didn't see it with my own damn eyes. All right. Now, moving on from him, child. To be honest, we could get Renika out the way because it wasn't much with her either. And I'm just tired of the damn shenanigans. Her and the detective was still riding in the car. And, you basically had him saying, how are you feeling? I know this got to be upsetting for you. And he's giving her the update of the text that he got back and how the person was saying, don't play games with me. Nobody wouldn't be calling and asking, do we got towels and this and that, and how he been doing this for a long time. So he knows that either they're on the move and they left from there, or they just basically, said all of this to throw him off. And then she was like, yeah, gangsters move in silence. And he was like, oh, yeah, I like that. I need to put that up on my wall, right? And so he was like, yeah, you do always have to be careful with the quiet ones or whatever, right? And she was saying that it's just really stressful and she would prefer to be home with her daughters, and she still don't want to believe that is real. Why not, Renika? Why the hell not? And you should be home with your daughters. You should not even be riding right now. For God knows how far that y'all riding, because it was daylight when y'all first was leaving to go, and now that it is night. But this is the damn choice that you still wanted to make yourself look even more like a damn fool on national TV, girl. So we riding with you, okay? We riding with you, and we waiting for you to get there already and get this whole damn thing over with, because we tired of it, okay? She's saying her emotions is all over the place. She's scared and all this other type of stuff, right? She can't believe this. And she over here talking about he got these bitches that's paying for his time or whatever the case may be, and she's feeling all discombobulated. And I said, girl, you literally talking about yourself. You talking about yourself is you, girl. Look in the mirror, okay? The call is coming from in the house. You the one that is putting the damn clown makeup on, child, and it's ridiculous already. But you pointing at everybody else but yourself, okay? When you're pointing one finger forward, you got three pointing back, and it's irritating my soul in my spirit. Now he go ahead inside or whatever the case may be, and She was like, I'm scared I'm gonna act a fool. I'm trying to keep my damn composure and keep it together. It's like, okay, did you ever really love me? Let me answer your question, girl. No, okay, he didn't. He loved what you could do for him while he was locked up. Okay, that's what it was, point blank, period. So now the detective go inside and he's asking, good afternoon, sir. I'm a detective, this, that, and the third, and I done traced this person here. And then first homeboy is telling him over and over, like, I can't give out that information. Then we get to, blink once if I'm right, blink once if I have the right, floor or whatever, because pretty much I already done tracked it here, whatever the case may be, as far as his phone and the different things that I looked up. And this is somebody that she thought was going to be getting married to, that he ran off, and we kind of worried at the same time because we haven't been getting no answer. We want to make sure that the person is not hurt or nothing. And I said, not y'all putting the hotel worker at risk on damn camera where he could possibly lose his job because now he done winked and gave y'all the damn information, okay? And he ain't even look like he got no damn money for it. In the meantime, while he was in there dealing with that, she's on the phone with her daughters and she checking in with them. How y'all doing? How was school? They saying, well, why should we want to go to school? And it's basically like, because that's what people that is smart that want to, go places in life and be able to have careers do. And they like, yeah, well, even they didn't want to go to school. I mean, they ain't lying. Some days I didn't want to go either, right? And she's like, oh, teenagers up today. And, again, how much she would just rather be there with them. And so they asking what happened with Ashante and Shante or whatever. And she's just like, girl, it's a hot mess, okay? It's very complicated. I'm like, no, actually, it's not really if we think about it, okay? And, she's basically like, right now I'm with this investigator and we going and looking because he disappeared. And the daughters is laughing hysterical and she's like, why are y'all laughing? They laughing because they obviously got more damn sense than you do, Renika. That's what they are laughing at, girl. Okay, and so finally he comes and he telling her, yeah, it's been confirmed that he is there, whatever. And he's asking her if she want to go up. She done went up and knocked at the damn door. And of course we hear somebody say who, and as they freaking crack the door, now we gonna drag it out to next episode. And it's just like, wow, we could have been over and done with this, child. Okay, it really does not make a damn difference in my opinion. Moving on from that, we have Chelsea and Mike. Okay, Bill and Chelsea done pretended that her ass was sick. Okay, I said, Chelsea, why not just sit down and have a conversation with this man? We already know that she had no intentions on having sex with this man, did not want to have sex with him at all. And I feel like she pulled the, oh, I'm not feeling well. Okay, and I got a headache or whatever, so she wouldn't be able have to give up none. He's saying how they had a pretty nice night overall. They was kissing and touching, and her skin felt really soft to touch, that she had already warned him and told him about how soft it is, and she wasn't lying about that. And he's like, I just want to doctor her up, make sure she feeling good. I really don't want to go into this day negative because I gotta go see my probation officer, and I just want to go in there, being positive and have a good start to the day. So he go back in the room and he checking on her, asking her how she feel, and she's just basically like so asking him if he's nervous or not, and he's like, yeah, I am. And he makes the call and they say they need to see him today, and we saying how we gonna head out and we gonna go see them, and then we're gonna have some breakfast or whatever the case may be, right? And so she was waiting outside for him for quite some time. He finally comes back in the car. And he basically tells her, which we do hear this again from another couple as well, that as far as him getting permission to, move and transfer his probation is something called a comeback that he would have to do, right? Where that just means that you're getting permission from that other office. As long as they accept you and they agree to it, then you could be approved, and it takes about 45 days in order for you to be able to get it. So they're pretty happy about that, and they meet up with his sisters to have breakfast or whatever, and we doing a little chit-chatting. Okay, we find out that him and his older sister actually used to run real tight, used to party together. Okay, he would hook her up with some of his friends and she would hook him up with some of her friends, and we would do a little mixing and matching with that, right? And she's saying that You know, she's worried about him. She don't want him to backslide. She feel like he's taking on too much pressure. You know, how things going too fast. You in this relationship with her. You kind of having a hard time communicating with her. You're learning to do, you know, sign language. You just lost mom 2 months ago. You know, you've been in prison for all these years. Maybe it's best that you kind of focus on you. And I just don't want to see you make them, you know, mistakes and get back locked up and go down the same road. And he's saying right now he's following his heart. If he feels like anything gets shaky, then he'll go ahead and back out. Now, when they sit down to talk, he starts going into the fact that he gave her this promise ring and that he could see, you know, wedding bells in their future, where this could be something that could turn into a marriage. But for right now, it's just a promise ring. And his sister seems really shocked to, you know, hear about this. And you know, you got Chelsea just, you know, cheesing and blushing from ear to ear and all of that, turning red and stuff like that, and showing them the ring. And so then he brings up how, you know, she's told him a lot about her dad. He knows that her dad is definitely skeptical of the relationship and not happy with it and against it right now. Wants to hopefully be able to change his mind about that, and that he's seen pictures of him where he's holding a shotgun and is like, ooh, okay, I'm shook. And so she is definitely nervous when it comes to that too, and she's saying that she's never been married before. Most of her relationships was abusive. They were not healthy relationships. They were not good relationships, and did not end well, right? And so this is just the first time that marriage is even being talked about. And it's like, well, he don't just have to ask me for my hand in marriage. He actually has to get permission from my dad if he wants us to get married, right? So that would have to happen. And then sis is asking like, okay, girl, well, when would he be meeting your father? When are we trying to do this? And she's like, later. Okay, not now. That's not even something I'm trying to think about right now. We just trying to focus on us, get to know each other more, whatever have you, and then later we can come into the meeting of the dad, and hopefully he will give the blessing once he see that everything is okay. And I did appreciate her saying that, because we know that her and her father's relationship did fall apart after him finding out about her wanting to be with this convict and him not trusting it and all of that kind of stuff. So far things look good between them, y'all. All right, I would say they were probably one of the better looking couples so far up here. We don't know what we may get later, but if it continues in this direction, then who knows? Maybe he can prove it to her father, right? But this was a shock to his sisters. They definitely wasn't expecting it. They definitely kind of feel like, you know, you've been locked up a big portion of your adult life, and maybe you want to give yourself time to adjust, and adjust, and you shouldn't push yourself so much, right? And she just would be worried about him slipping and making, you know, bad decisions or whatever, right? And the other sister agreed and said, yeah, this could be, you know, too much for him, and he may not realize it until he's actually drowning. And I do understand their concerns. It was definitely valid from where I was sitting at. Now, moving on from them, we had Key Knock and Brittany. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I was alright with Key Rock in the very beginning. Love his mom, love the family, love the energy. But baby, Key Rock is giving me nothing but I am just a selfish ass. I want things my way. I don't want you to have no type of opinion. I want to be the authority. I want to be able to say what I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it. And you just have to take it. I'm always right. You always wrong. Literally a backseat driver, not only when they ride it in the damn car, but in life in general. And I don't know how Brittany gonna make it through with this, because it was annoying the hell out of me. Okay, so we get to them, or whatever the case may be. And of course he had originally went to the wrong probation officer, so we trying to get him to the right one. The whole time she driving, oh, slow down, babe, go faster, babe, I'm not gonna get there, babe, I'm not gonna make it in time, you know, I'm late, how much minutes is it, what time was I supposed to be there? And she's saying I'm doing the best I can, and she, you know, basically arguing back and forth with him, telling him to be quiet, telling him to stop, telling him she got it, telling him she's not speeding. She's literally going the speed limit. You know, he looked this direction, looked that direction, whatever. Finally we get here, you know, it's starting to rain outside or whatever, and when he first get there, he not getting no answer. Then she yells to him like, oh, is somebody coming? They right there by the door. He go up to the person, and come to find out the power had went out due to the storm anyway. So I think that kind of saves him with the situation. So she waiting out there for a minute, because she was like, you never know, sometimes it could take anywhere from 20 minutes to 2 hours. So Now when he coming out, he yelling, yo, bring the umbrella. You just gonna stand there and watch me? And I'm like saying, first, I didn't see how, the thing was cut or whatever, where there's a walkway and there's grass. Because I was like, well, wouldn't it make more sense to drive the car up? And then I'm like, she's supposed to get out in this little slimpy dress, which I don't know why she had that on anyway. But I digress. In these high heels to run to bring you the damn umbrella. Like, wouldn't it make more sense for you to just run to her? And then she literally running in these damn puddles with her shoes, where I'm like, girl, wouldn't it make more sense for you to go across the grass? I don't know, child. Okay, just something, the whole thing didn't make sense to me. But we run over to him with the umbrella or whatever, and then he end up carrying her back, talking about, her little feet can't get wet. I guess that was cute. And he get her in the car, whatever, and he's basically like everything was good, and he makes the comment that, oh, well, I didn't hear them say anything in reference to, me going and staying with Brittany. And I'm like, well, you didn't hear them say anything, or did you specify and ask and make sure? Because it sounded like you just was trying to assume and make it convenient for you, whereas is that something that's going to backfire on you later? Then he talking about he don't get on probation until 2060. I said, what? I said, we in 2023. Jesus Christ, what the hell did you do that you got to be on probation till 2060? Lord of mercy. So then we get to this situation where they actually go meet, was it Cough Drop, child? Apparently, his jail mama or whatever, right? And we get into this whole conversation, which, to me was very realistic, just in terms of how, church people can be very critical and very judgmental or whatever. And it's like, look at me as a person. Don't look at my flesh and all of that, right? Because when my flesh dies, that goes in the ground or whatever, right? But my spirit goes up to heaven, and look at my spirit and what's within me and how I am as a person and how I treat you and things of that nature. And so then after they left from there or whatever, Brittany's like in a good mood, and she's saying it was so nice to finally meet her, and I'm with that. And she's like, yeah, now I think I want a little dog, because she's seen that she had a little dog or whatever. And he's like, well, I want a big dog. And then she like, well, how about we have a little dog and then another dog? And then he giving a funny look. And of course we get to the whole baby conversation. We've heard this conversation for quite some time. We know that this is something that Brittany wants, even though honestly I don't think they should be talking about it right now. But I get what she's saying, where it's like, I know that this is something that I want. So if you don't want it, it's best that you tell me that now, because you was telling me something completely different the whole time when you was locked up. And me knowing that this is something that I want, if we're not going in the same direction and you don't want it too, then maybe this is not a relationship for us. We're talking about possibly marriage later down the line and all these different things. And she's basically saying it doesn't hurt to get all the information we need, because we know that our situation is not really like other people's, and we do have to go through so much to be able to make something like this happen if we want to. Because you have Key Rock discussing this transgender surgery that she wants, and the fact of, getting her chest done. And this was also a conversation that she was having with her godmother, where she was saying, jail mother, whatever, where she was saying, you're fine the way you are, you don't need nothing added. And he was like, I get how some people may look and they may say that, but I don't feel that way about myself. And Brittany was basically saying, like, I agree, I get it, and I want you to be able to be happy and comfortable and confident in yourself. Like, I don't feel like you need any changes. I do agree and feel like you are fine the way you are, but I also understand what it's like to not be happy in your body. And she began to say how, that's just like how she don't like her butt and she be wanting a BBL. And he's like, oh, getting a BBL is like getting a nose job, it's like getting a facelift, it's like getting Botox. It's nothing like no damn transgender surgery. You can't, compare the two and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I get that, but I'm just trying to tell you, like, I'm not saying they're the same exact things, but I'm saying that I understand at least the feeling of, not being happy within yourself. And I'm like, child, to be honest, both of y'all is fine by yourselves. And then we want to know, well, if we talking about all these different surgeries, how much is all these surgeries gonna cost, right? What's the figures that we talking about? How would we be able to afford that and be able to inform, doing like a artificial insemination or getting somebody else's sperm but using my eggs and things of that nature, right? And it's like, oh, I just don't want to have that conversation. I don't want to hear nothing about no baby. I don't want to talk about no baby at all. And then when she's like, well, it doesn't have to be what we're doing it right now, but we should still gather the information and at least go talk to a doctor now. Well, oh, if I do that, will I stop having to hear about this every minute or whatever? And she's basically like, yeah. And you could tell that she's just getting kind of sad and feeling like, things have changed. You're talking a different way. You're feeling a different way now that you got out. And Key Rock is like, well, what do you mean by that? And basically, he's saying in the confessional, like, well, I wish I never even opened my mouth. I did one time say that this is something that I would consider doing, and maybe I should have never said that. I said, child, this look like it's about to be a mess with Key Rock and Brittany. Okay, y'all. Now, moving on from them, who the heck do we have now, child? I'm trying to remember, y'all. Give me a minute. I know we did Chelsea, we did Renika, we did, Brittany and Key Rock, we did Andy and, Brittany Crazy Behinds, Janome, right? Is that the last one we gotta talk about? I think Janome is the last one we gotta talk about, y'all, right? Save the best for last. No, I'm sorry. Melissa and Louis. Child was about to leave them out. Melissa and Louis, we come out, we pick up exactly where we left off with them. So what's going to happen? What did your probation officer say? And the probation officer said the same thing that Mike said, right? You would have to put in for that, place where you're trying to move to, which in their case is Jersey. If they approve it, you would be able to go there, and it takes about 45 days. But it is better when it's actually a family member. So Melissa takes this time to be like, oh, you mean married? And he's like, yeah, actually, the probation officer literally pointed at his finger and his ring. I'm like, did he? So, of course, mama looking funny, and she like, slow your roll. Okay, slow down. We ain't going to be talking about marriage. Okay, not so fast. And she was like, if that's something that we have to do that could help, like, we don't mind doing it because we pretty much been talking about marriage anyway. So it would go hand in hand. Okay, go in line with what we got planned anyway. And they saying they going back to the house and that they're going to get ready for this date. And mama over here still waving around that damn wooden spoon talking about she about to go home and cook. And he like, okay, well, go ahead and cook. Now, I found it funny that mama was out in that car. All of a sudden, she could drive over here in this house dress with this wooden spoon, but she was acting like she couldn't drive or even put the damn bags in the car when Melissa picks her up. If that's the case, she ain't need Melissa to come and pick her up. She could have drove to the prison herself, okay? But we gonna act like, we ain't see that, mama, okay? Moving right along swiftly and professionally. So, she got head to the house or whatever, and then we seeing them there getting ready, and it's like she's literally standing over Louis, telling him how to get dressed. He like, I've been getting dressed for a long time. She's like, I'm sure you have. And then Melissa's asking him for help, and he like, sure, babe. And he coming there zipping up the back of her dress, and she's like, can it get any shorter? I'm like, how the hell is that real short, mama? Now the damn cheerleading outfit is shorter than that. That was actually up to her knees, so I don't know. But I was like, now you doing too much and you being a little annoying there, And so they saying how they go into this dance lessons, okay? He was like, he never really known how to dance, and he thought that this would be fun. So obviously this is something he planned. And we get here and we not even in there 5 minutes before Melissa's getting the attitude. Oh, this girl is young and she's beautiful and she's dressed nice. And, this is not seeming like it's no dance lessons. Dance lessons usually have, a whole bunch of people in there. It's just us, and she's giving him all the attention and he can't do no wrong. She keeps telling him how he's good on his feet and he's a natural or whatever the case may be. And every time I'm coming up to dance, she talking about it's too fast, it's too slow. I said, well, girl, some people is naturals and some is not, and you just not natural. Okay, you over here rushing when she's telling you that the rumba is basically about you being slow and being sensual and being sexy, honey. It's not about no damn rush. So now at this point, she getting the attitude. She asking to go to the bathroom. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I hollered when the instructor was like, all right, girl, I'll keep him warm. Okay, okay, I'll keep him busy. We gonna still keep on dancing over here while you go to the bathroom. And she's in the bathroom talking about, this instructor must want to die today, and how could he bring me, here for a date or whatever, and think that this was going to be romantic and I was going to like this when she not paying me no mind, and she don't like nothing that I'm doing, and they keep complaining and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I said, girl, Melissa, grow the hell up. Seriously, grow the hell up. Now she's talking about she ready to go home. She over it. That's it. Okay, she don't want no more damn lesson. So, child, now we get to damn Janome. Janome done flown out here. She is apparently meeting up with Red's family for the first time in person, but has been talking to them over the phone, through Facebook, things of that nature. And his mom seems really cool. Actually kind of favors Janome a little bit. You know how they say, like men pick their mamas and women pick their daddies. I would say that, this is probably definitely, a pick that came from of his mom. So she's showing her around the house. She's showing her kids, pictures, photos of him and his sister where they little. She telling us about how he didn't really start getting into trouble until when he was in high school, and she didn't approve of a lot of things or agree with it and even know some things. And it was like from that point on, just downhill. And of course him ended up getting locked up, and she was just basically so far seeming like she really likes Janome, and that she was saying she could feel that she got a good spirit and a kind heart. She likes her vibe. She likes what she picks up from her and things of that nature, right? Her energy is good and all of that. And so all of a sudden we are like getting before that even happened, she also went into, Janome does have a child, and whether her son is actually, ready to come out and be a father, and also whether Janome would be able to handle it vice versa, with him being somebody that's been locked up for so long, and how his behavior may be, and the trials and tribulations that they may go through when he come out. So I like the fact that mama was keeping it real, and Janome was like, well, I'm not really sure, but I never did it before, but I know that we are going to try the best that we can, and that I love him, and I want to be able to do that and all of that. And so then we get a knock at the door. Well, actually the doorbell ring, and mama over here talking about who can that be? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you knew your damn daughter was coming, but okay, mama. So we go upstairs and we like, oh, it's sis. So she coming in, giving her a big old hug. And then we hear, oh, well, I want to take her outside and show her the car. I said, what car, girl? What car we showing? Apparently, amongst the 40-something thousand that Janome has told us that she has spent, honey, 7,000 went to a car. And I am confused. How the hell we got $7,000 to spend on a freaking car, but yet you sitting here pawning your grandma's damn heirlooms, okay, and things that come from your family, and you could barely provide for your damn child and pay your freaking bills, and you had to pawn that just to be able to take this trip to get here. But you bought this man a $7,000 car. Like, make it make sense, girl. And then I said, it's the audacity for me, because I'm sorry, sis, but no, you not about to bring me in a car that I bought to tell me about, oh, well, I was looking on Facebook, and I was confused with this part too, because this ain't a brand new baby we talking about. Her son is over here running the hell around. Okay, I don't know exactly how old he supposed to be, but you talking about you seen a baby bump. I said, well, was the baby bump recent, or are we talking about when she had the son? And how, I don't appreciate you cheating on my brother and stepping outside of my brother and cheating is cheating, point blank, period. I said, yeah, if they was in an actual relationship before your brother got locked up, and if she says she was waiting on him, then maybe, but I don't know your brother. I'm actually just pen pals with your brother that's been spending a whole bunch of money on him. Okay, that's me talking as Janome, honey, because I wouldn't do that. It would not be me. And I done sacrificed and been putting into him. The only thing Janome said that didn't make sense is when she was like, excuse you, but what has your brother done for me lately? Okay, because I'm the one that's sitting out here shoveling out everything, and you don't know all the ins and outs between me and him, and you are not in the relationship, with me and him, and it's me and him that is in this relationship. And so sis had the nerve to turn and say, what is he doing for you? What is he doing for you? He calls you. I said, and damn telemarketers call me too, girl, but I don't buy them $7,000 cars. Like, what are you telling me right now, girl? No, okay, no, ma'am. And so Janome was like, I ain't got time for this. Okay, I'm not about to do this. She was like, at the end of the day, that's my man. I did apologize to him and I told him that I did wrong, but I also feel like he played a part in me stepping out. See, Janome, that's when you lose me, girl. Because again, I don't see how it's a cheating thing when it's somebody that you do not know, that you never seen not one time in freaking person a day in your damn life. I just don't. Okay, but obviously y'all feel like y'all make commitments to each other, and that's what y'all are calling it cheating. And so you're going right along with this, and you're saying that certain things that he did led you to this place too. So she go ahead and jump out the car like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Okay, I just can't. That's the end of this conversation. And she's basically like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and hear the mama. And sis was like, you mean my mother? And Janome, he made me laugh, honey, because she do got a little bit of attitude with her. Okay, she was like, it's my mama too. I said, oh, okay, Janome, get cute, sis, get cute. So now when she coming in, she's like, on the verge of tears or whatever. And she telling mama like, come on, if we getting on this road, let's go ahead and get on this road. Let's get up out of here. And mama like, what's going on? What happened? And she was like, she's coming at me and she's attacking me. Like, it is what it is. I've admitted that I've cheated. So she was like, well, how many people are we talking about? Because sis was like, yeah, it ain't just one. And she said, yeah, it has been more than one. It was actually not once or twice. It was 3 times. She kept it real. And then his mom was like, is this the same person? She like, no, it wasn't the same person. And his mom is like, so okay, it's been 3 different people. She was like, well, the sister talking about why you never told me. No, she asked the sister why you never told me. She said, because I wanted to see what she was going to say. And, I wanted to get all the details. And again, Janome is like, well, why do you need to have all the details? I told him when it's all said and done. And I look out for him regardless. And so mama said, this is between her and Red. This is their business for them to figure out whether they want to be in it or not. You back off. You stay out of it. And sis got mad and was like, all right, we going to see how this all work out. And she was like, no matter what, my brother got cheated on with 3 different people, and is he gonna come out and basically, do cheat revenge? Okay, I guess we will see. In the meantime, his mama in the back still hugging her, asking if she ready, if she all packed, and she like, let's go. And she's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. A whole ass mess, y'all. A whole ass mess. That was basically the episode, y'all. Y'all let me know as usual what y'all thought about these couples, what y'all think about these couples, who y'all think is gonna be down, child, who y'all think is about to be out and is about to be a whole mess. Anything I forgot, put it in the comments. Let's discuss it down there. Give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you were so inclined, y'all. Till next time, toodaloo.